Yo, what's good, everyone? I just wanted to say before the start of this video that if you could please subscribe and like on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you could please subscribe to the other two channels I have. One, which is More Memo, which I use to kind of play other Roblox games or any other games in general, which you guys recommend. And then I have Memo CR, which is my Clash Royale and Brawl Stars channel for those of you who are interested in kind of those types of games. But I thought that you guys may have wanted, because some of you actually asked for it, a spec tier list. Many people are unsure what's the best spec, or what's OP at the moment, or I've seen people like really be unsure of the current specs. And also this tier list is wrong. Okay, there we go. So we have just the spec tier list. I'm going to be ranking every spec and listing reasons for why I think they're good or bad. So for the S tier, we're going to put like best, like you can use it with anything. Usable with anything. Usable spelled wrong, perfect. My English teacher is going to be happy. Okay, usable with anything. The S tier is usable with anything. A tier, overall great. B tier, it's like mediocre, no buffs needed. Just leave this. The spec is just okay overall. Even in the A tier, I would not call for nerfs, or in the S tier. Or no, the S tier, yeah, well, it depends. I'm gonna be explaining that soon. C tier, we have lame. They're lame. Like they don't really have much going for them. So yeah, and then we have the D tier, like completely unusable, where it's like actually miserable using these specs. So the first, we have boxing, which I will put in the overall great tier. I don't think this spec is OP. I think it's very good, definitely very good. It pairs well with lots of stands that deal with pressure. Some people have been calling for boxing nerfs because they think it's too OP, and I don't think it's OP because it's quite expensive, but also they removed a tough skin node from it, which made it much less tanky. So, I mean, only 5% less tanky, but still like much less tanky than it was before. So its overall usability goes down, and then it's not an S tier. It's not usable with anything. And not anymore at least. I think it's just overall like really good. You have Jawbreaker Block Break, you have something that does bleed, Combo Extend, you have a movement ability, you have the enhancers from the footwork, you have Haymaker to get out of combos, but you need a brain to use it now. So yeah, I mean, good spec overall. Next we have Caesar's Hamon. I'm actually going to put Caesar's Hamon in B tier because Hamon Hypnosis is a good move. If you get a block break, Hamon Hypnosis is crazy. Like let's say you heavy punch, you get a block break. You can Hamon Hypnosis, Bubble Launcher, Bubble Cutters, and then Bubble Barrier, and then spam your stand moves. This spec can be really, really good if you have a high DPS stand and you get good block breaks. I mean, you do have the Bubble Cutters, Projectile, block breaks, does bleed. Then you have the bubble passive. If you're playing in teams, it's broken. Not only did they merge the two passives to where now you can have like the bubble cutter, the one that does damage, and the bubble when the Caesar user dies, so that the teammate can grab it. They were fused, and the overall skill tree was made a lot cheaper. So this spec, I think it's great. Not just quite in A tier, but I think top of B tier. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Honestly, it's pretty viable. I don't use it for many videos because I don't like using Caesar, but that's just me. You need to like the spec to be good with it. So yeah. Now we have Vamp. Oh, Vamp, you're going in the S tier. Vamp is going in the S tier. This spec is crazy. Now, I don't know what to nerf about it, it's just Vamp being Vamp. I don't know I genuinely don't know how to explain it. They nerfed this spec like 3 times, and it's still broken. I don't... Definitely the counter needs nerfs. Okay, the counter definitely needs nerfs, the counter. But besides the counter, I don't... It's just Vamp being Vamp. Now, after they made Stingy Eyes be able to burn, it's such a better spec to use. It feels a lot better. If it just... I just like it a lot more now. But it is OP, I mean... Besides D4C Love Train Vamp, let's see, any stand you name, you can put with Vamp. Magician's Dread, Hermit, SP, 2-0, The World, D4C Love Train, Tuskac 1, Tuskac 2, Tuskac 3, Tuskac 4. You can put the spec with anything. White Album, Stone Free, Shadow the World. This Vamp, this spec is just broken. I don't know what to nerf about it. Definitely the counter damage. And something else about the counter, but this spec, man, it's good. This spec is good. So we keep that in S tier. Now we have Spin. I think after the buffs, or after like the kind of Spin reorganization, I'm gonna put it lowest of A tier. I like using Spin. You have good versatility, long range and short range. You don't do massive damage, but you do, on the other hand, have like a quick block break. You have damage reduction now. You can boost your stand's projectile damage by 15%. You have quick steel balls. Now they're super fast. The range is much less, but now they're super fast. And the range nerf kind of doesn't matter. I think Spin, solid A tier. I think solid. Genuinely solid A tier. Oh, yeah, okay. Solid projectiles, damage reduction, damage boost, good block breaks. 2 block breaks actually, and has a projectile block break. So yeah, I mean Spin, menace. I would keep that in A tier. I don't think Spin or Boxing need nerfs though. In the A tier. Vamp, definitely. Anything below S, I don't think so. And now, to our next S tier, we have Jonathan Hamon. It's going right up there. It is going right up there. The reason for that is not the passives. So the devs in Perion have severely nerfed the passives. So you're not that tanky with Jonathan anymore. But the reason the spec is broken is because of Luck and Pluck. The move is just OP. You press the funny V keybind, and you have super armor. You burn, you bleed, and you can remove an arm. The move is that you burn, bleed, remove an arm, free block break, or 40 damage. And it has like a 30-second cooldown. It's less than Haymaker. Yeah, I think this is definitely a good spec. Also, the fact that the Scarlet Overdrive does 2 damage burn breaks the spec. It's very good. However, I wish the devs just nerfed Luck and Plug if they had to nerf it. I don't know. I don't want this to get nerfed. I like using it. But I would nerf the offensive aspect of Jonathan rather than the defense, because they've already got it all they've nerfed the regen buff by I think 5 times. Now you regen 5 times less. Or you gain 5x less regen with the Jonathan regen boost. You have 5% less defense, and you have 5 less HP. So they definitely hurt the passive aspect of the spec. I feel like they should just nerf the offensive aspect or increase the skill points of the offensive aspect. Like increase the Luck and Plug upgrades. I don't want them to fumble with defense, because that they've nerfed that way too much already, and so if they nerf that, it would just be overkill. And so now, we have our first C tier, Joseph Hamon. This shit is lame. It's lame. I think it's lame. Me personally, it's lame. You have 2 blockable boomerangs. You have a fully blockable Tommy gun, which you can't turn with. Which has the wind up of like an actual, like the wind up is stupid. You need to you press the button and then your character stops. He takes like 5 seconds. He pulls out that gun and then he starts shooting for like 10 seconds. They nerfed this move a lot. However, they did buff. They made the skill tree a lot cheaper, and they changed some of the damage on the moves. But I think it's lame. I don't like it. You do get a bit of defense and a bit of damage boost alongside with the rebuff overdrive and the Tommy gun and the boomerang. I don't like this spec though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I'm gonna shit it in the lame tier. I don't think it's good. If you wanna be quote metamancer or a drone, use Vamp. Use Vamp. It's broken. Next we have Pluck, B tier. The reason why I'm not putting Pluck any higher, it definitely deserves to be higher. But the reason I'm not putting it in higher is because the skill tree is like 45 skill points. Like, dog, I'm not paying 45 skill points for the Pluck skill tree. I'm not doing that. So half of the time with a slightly above average skill point cost stand, you can't get the Pluck passives. The Pluck passives carry the spec. So if you can't get the passives, there's no point in using this. But finally, we have the worst spec in the game, the most unusable piece of garbage I've ever seen in my 4 years of, or 4+ years of YBA is the Hamon. Why is this in the game? Why is this in the game? Why? This spec doesn't make any sense. Tornado Overdrive has no hitbox. 0. Literally 0. You can literally be kissing someone in the mouth and using Tornado Overdrive and you will not hit it. You will not hit the move. It's actually mind-boggling because they said they fixed the hitbox and nothing changed. I was fighting someone in 1v1 the other day with Hamon. They were literally kissing me. Pause. But the Tornado Overdrive literally on top of me and I didn't get hit. The move does 40 damage, okay. But if you can't hit the move, there's no point in doing the damage boost. And that's my point with the hand with Mr. President. Like, if you can't hit the moves, you can't get the damage. So the damage boost is equal to 0 because they buffed the Tornado Overdrive. I'm not talking about the actual Hamon boost. This is the only reason why someone perhaps could maybe use the spec is for the damage boost. The Zoom Punch is garbage. It takes 5 light years to wind up. The Sendo Kick is the only good move, and maybe the Overdrive. The skill tree costs too much. It's like 28, 30 skill points for essentials. The moves are just mid. Reduce the cost on that Tornado Overdrive to like 1 or 2, man, because I'm not getting that move. The only way they could buff the spec is buff back Zoom Punch, make it quicker. But finally, they need to give bro some defense. They need to give bro some defense and lower a bit the skill point cost so you can get defense. They need to give it defense. I've been ever since Paragon like leaked the new spec reworks, I've been on his ass telling him, bro, give Zeppeli some defense, please. And he never wanted to give Zeppeli defense. And it's the worst spec in the game. So, yeah, I mean, this is the spec tier list. This is the memo spec tier list. I think it looks really, really good. Nothing needs changes. You know, it, what needs to be in the tiers is in the tiers. These two this needs the counter nerfed. This needs offensive capabilities nerfed. These don't nerf. Pluck reduced points. Caesar fix the hitbox on the moves because they never work. I would put it in A tier, but the hitboxes on the moves don't work at all. Then Joseph, lower skill point cost, and I don't know. Suggest what you think for Joseph because of lost cause. Zeppeli, lower skill points and give defense buff Zoom Punch. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. I would love to have an argument with everyone. But I think this is a low-key W list. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching and see you.